Alright, it's looking okay. Make sure the audio is alright. Let me know if the sound is okay. Is the volume okay? The level? Perfect. Okay, so this is going to be a tutorial on a little one. I already did one. I uploaded a more concise video of it. It's on YouTube. It's like 8 minutes long. But I felt like I was rushing through it. This way we can go through it a little bit more in detail and cover more things. And I also decided to do it on this keyboard because it sounds a little bit cleaner. Last time I didn't really like how it came out. It didn't sound very good. Hopefully it's better this time. Welcome, AFK. I haven't done this too many times. This is my second time doing a live piano tutorial, so let's see how it goes. What's up, Boombastic? A lot of crazy names here. Okay, same question. Has anybody tried playing this piece? Has anybody tried... let me include the sheet music. I'm gonna add a link so you guys can download it and take a look at it. It's also available on the actual performance. The sheet music, you guys can get it from there too, but I'm just gonna include it here. Let me know if this works. When to use foot pedal, I'll show you, okay, like how to best use it. I'm streaming from my phone directly. So if anything, it's probably the speakers. How about now? Does that remove the audio? The interference? So it's not the speakers then. I don't know what it is exactly. I got I purchased this cable. Supposedly I can get music out from it. It tricks the phone into thinking that there's an external mic and it brings audio in from the outside, but it didn't work with my phone. So that's why I'm doing it this way again. Right now the audio is just picking up from the phone's mic. Can you do the tutorial of Connor's theme? I did one. It's uploaded already. I did the same thing. A live tutorial last week on Saturday. It's been a week now. It's still up, so you can watch it. It's like 46 minutes long or something like that. Hey, Panda. Okay, so the link works. Is the interference still there? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that, man. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I think it may be my phone. It's pretty quiet in here, aside from the noise coming from the speakers. Which is not that bad, actually. Okay, so I guess... I mean, it has to do with internet speed too. My phone, the reason why I'm doing it through my phone is because I have faster upload speed on my phone's network than the home network. So I'm just doing it like this. But you also need to have fast download speed on your end, so this works properly. I'm practicing Jurassic Park theme. I started a few days ago. I'm still, like, I need the sheet music. I still don't remember the whole thing. Gotta give me a few more days, but I'll upload soon, like a performance of it. All right, so let's get started. Oh man. By the way, I'm using for the sound. I'm using Contact Native Instruments, the Grandeur. So it's a customized sound that I kind of like put together by adjusting some of these parameters to make it sound more like a classical piano. That's what you're hearing right now. wanted to mention that the music is transcribed by Piano Bin. Okay, that's where I got the sheet music from. Okay, let's get started. As I mentioned in the tutorial that's already uploaded, just pay attention to the top notes. That's what you're hear. Even if I play both, this is what rings in your head. Right hand is more important here. The left hand is just accompanying the melody. Okay. There's not much to be said here. It's in C minor. Just keep practicing the scale. It always helps to play the scale. Just go through it a couple of times because it puts you in that mindset. So it's easier to practice to go through the whole thing once you've played it a few times, the scale. Okay, so the way this piece is set up, let me see, because I can't see the, hold on. Oh, you want an Ed2 tutorial? I'll cover that too eventually. There's not too many people that are into classical music. As I noticed with the music that I upload, nobody really listens to my classical stuff. The sinister chords of the new movies, just taken from the... Well, actually, the reason why I'm doing Jurassic Park is because Jurassic World is out, but I haven't seen the movie yet. So I'm not sure exactly, what soundtrack, whether they just variated the main theme or anything. I'm sure they're using new soundtrack, but kind of like keeping the same concept or something. That's what I would do. If I made a sequel to a movie, I would maintain the same theme, but just change it up a little bit, variate it, create something new, Thank you, Devils. All right. Okay, so moving on to section 2, right? The first section repeats once, right? So you play it twice, and then it just moves on to section 2 here, which is... So what happens here, it drops an octave. So it drops an octave. So you have to play it accordingly. You have to just accentuate those notes that are the most important ones, that bring out the theme. So when you play it like this, happens again. So it goes from to now it's in the left hand on the top fingers here. So it's so just make sure you bring that out. Everything else is kind of like in the background, just accompanying that main melody, right? Hello from Thailand, Mizuki. How are you? I would love to do that, you know, like to cover classical pieces. I would love to do that. If enough people show up, then I would do that. And I would spend more time with it because these pieces are pretty simple. I think one tutorial, it pretty much covers the whole thing. But a classical piece, I would probably go on every day for a week, or maybe do it every 2 or 3 days for like a couple of weeks or something like that. Music X Love. How are you? Thank you, Boombastic. I can play by ear, yes, but typically I just get the sheet music because it's faster. It takes a long time to pick out. I don't have perfect pitch or anything like that, so it takes a little bit of time to transcribe music. I did it with Marcus theme. Marcus theme, I transcribed it myself. And it took like the whole day, you know, trying to figure out where everything is. So, if I did it as a job continuously, I would take the time to actually do it, transcribe music myself. Gentle piece, so keep it. Yeah, Rachmaninoff, he's amazing. He's got some really nice pieces. Tchaikovsky too, actually. Don't play anything by Tchaikovsky, but I've played pieces by Rachmaninoff before. Has anybody tried this piece, playing it? I heard somebody, yeah. This note here with the right hand because it's, I mean, it doesn't matter. You could play it like that as well. That's the same thing as in the beginning. small variation there, right? So that's the only different part right here. It's a little tricky, but it's both notes at first. But the top note is more important here. It's a very nice piece, and it goes perfectly for Kara and the Alice, the little one. Man, they did a really good job with this game, huh? And the soundtrack is just perfect. This is the second part of the piece, I would say. So it has a slightly different phrasing, right? It changes from this motive. It changes from that to. It's a little tricky here. The first one, the melody is at the bottom, and then it's at the top. So it's. The way you play this legato, like connected, is you play both and then raise the thumb and then play it again before letting the G go there. Right? The same thing. Which chords are you talking about? Do you see the number in the beginning of every row there? Can you count and just tell me the number of the bar? Sleep with corks. There is certain parts, like in classical music too. Like this part, it's from G all the way up to an octave, above it, B. And the way everyone plays it, if you can't reach, you just go like this. Instead of playing the whole chord at the same time. So if you can't reach a chord, just go like that. And Beethoven himself, when he composed this piece, he had very small hands. So it is like if you can't play it that way, you just go like that. What do you think? Like, it's better to do a tutorial live stream? Because for me, it's easier. I would much rather do it like this than just, like pre-record it and then edit it. It takes too much time to do it like that. And plus, it's much nicer. Like, you guys can ask me, what it is that you want, and I can help you out directly. Instead of making a pre-recorded tutorial where I just go through the whole thing really quick, trying to make it concise, and you know, sometimes I don't cover everything. It's not. You may have problems with something that I skipped through too quickly. This way, I'll just go back and forth until you guys, understand and get it. Yeah, I think so too. For a tutorial, I think this makes much more sense. The performances, I'll still keep because the quality is not as good. So performances, I'll just upload them directly, not a live stream. I'll just pre-record them. That way I can edit it, make sure that it sounds just perfect. Valiant Hearts, no, I've never played that one. But again, if you guys get me the sheet music, I can take a look at it. Somebody mentioned, Son Gohan mentioned Max Payne theme last time. I got the sheet music to it, so I'm gonna start practicing it soon. And somebody also asked me for Witcher's 3. Never saw the game, never played it, but the soundtrack that he told me, Prisa's song, I think. I listened to it and it was very nice. So I got the sheet music. I played it a few times. I'm gonna upload all these songs in the near future. Okay. Sounds nice. Get me the sheet music. Send it to my like a private message. On YouTube. No, I use Sibelius for the sheet music. But I don't really because I don't really create sheet music like that. When I compose things, I do it here in Logic. Like, I just hit record, or if I just press play, and then pause, and then there it is. So it's very simple to do this though, and it's very clean. There's no recording a piano is too much trouble, man. Gotta make sure the piano is tuned up correctly. You gotta make sure the mics are set up correctly. There's no noise or anything like that. So I feel like it's much better with doing it digital like this. My recordings have been much cleaner this way. Don't send me the finale piece, like the finale file. Just export it out as an PDF and then send it to me. And I'll take a look at it. this part right here is also somewhat tricky because of the rhythm. Um, right here. It's quite even on this hand. It's a very nice piece. I was checking out Kara's, like the full theme, the one that's like 7 minutes long, and I can't get the sheet music to that. If I could get the sheet music, it's a little bit more challenging. There's a lot of things happening in the left hand, but I would love to learn it. If anybody can find it, just send it to me. Okay. Uh, uh, no, I don't. I don't usually do that because it takes, again, transcribing music takes me a long time. Typically, I find the sheet music, somebody always has it, you know. But there's also MuseScore or online services where you can purchase music. I've done that before too. And if I do this as like a serious thing and people really like it and I get into it, I think there's a subscription for MuseScore, like $100 a year, and you can download unlimited sheet music. So I may do that. But right now, I don't know. I'll see. Maybe I'll just sign up for an account. Private message on YouTube. Yeah, you got to look it up. There's a few steps that you have to go through, but there's some. I've done it before, and there's a YouTube video that covers it. Or just you know, if you leave a message, like send me a message on any one of those videos that I uploaded, I'll get the notification. So just attach the link to a comment. I can get it that way too. Doesn't have to be a private message. I started when I was 11 years old. Well, a little bit more seriously when I was 11. I started when I was 7. I had like a small keyboard, 25 keys, a mono keyboard, only one key at a time you could play. And I was really hooked with that thing. I really liked playing, you know, just coming up with stuff. And then when I was 11, I got more seriously into classical music. I got sheet music and I learned how to play both hands together and everything. I never had a teacher. Well, except for like 3 months in Germany, somebody tried to help me out. A professor, a music professor, like he decided to help me out with like teaching the piano for about 3 months, and then we moved. Yeah, I have a Facebook account. Just it's the same name, you know. It's also on my YouTube page where they put links. I think it's also available there. Let me see. If you go to my channel, like right there at the top, there's a Facebook link. So you can just click on there and it will take you to my Facebook. There you go. I didn't bother doing a Marcus tutorial because it's pretty simple, the piece. The only problem is that you're playing, like you're going. To get that sound, like how it actually sounds in the soundtrack, just by adding a chroma verb. Check this out. By adding a chroma verb, like it's a logic verb reverb effect. Let me see if I can get that sound again. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure exactly which preset I applied on this thing, but it's a nice piece. Okay, somebody mentioned they needed help with a pedal in the beginning. Use the pedal very sparingly. You don't want to wash out all the notes. Okay, so you don't want to just press it down and then go like. If you keep it pressed like that the whole time, it just blends everything and it creates like a blended sound like that. You don't want to do that. So every time you change harmony or you change a chord or something, you typically release the pedal, the sustain pedal, and then press it again. So it would be, and then let go. Leave the one by itself, right? Like you want. Again, for every bar, typically it's like the beginning of every bar. But if it's structured like this, then I would say every half note. So twice a bar. You press down, you let go. Down here, for example, in this phrase. In this case, you can keep it for the whole bar. Right? And then again. Use your discretion. See if it blends too much, just let go every now and then. But typically it's every time when you're playing scales, you don't want to keep it pressed because it would blend everything. If you play chords and you stay in the same harmony, then you can do it. Then you can keep it pressed. Okay. Typically in classical music, the further back you go in time, the less sustain pedal they used. So if you go during Baroque time, Bach music, Johann Sebastian Bach, you don't want to use pedal at all because it would ruin the whole thing, you know. And then as you go through classical, they use a little bit more pedal, and then romantic time, they use a lot more. Okay, that's typically the evolution of pedal use throughout time. For this piece, just use it to kind of like connect everything, to bring everything together, you know. Trying to see like. No pedal at all at that point, because everything can be connected using your fingers, right? Just a little bit there. No pedal at all. There is no pedal being pressed at this point. Just, again, I just touch up on it, you know, just to connect things a little bit. But you don't need to use pedal in this piece at all, I think. I use it here right now. No pedal. I'm using it here a little bit. Yeah, it's when I become conscious of it, now I'm paying too much attention to the pedal. But it just happens naturally, you know. I would say when you practice, practice without pedal and just add that afterwards, okay? Thank you, Bento Silva. I will perform the Moonlight Sonata third movement. I'll play it again eventually, because the first performance was on the acoustic piano and I was still using mics. So from now on, I'll re-record it using the digital piano. Yes, I have an Instagram account as well. Just type this. Type this when you search on Instagram. It should come out. I also signed up for IGTV, Instagram TV. So you guys can follow me on there too. I'm uploading all these songs in vertical format because IGTV is meant for vertical video, I guess. But I think it's kind of cool. And I was searching around on IGTV for like piano music, and they didn't have anything like that. So I figured, you know what, I may as well just jump on that train. You know, I don't have to do much edit to upload to IGTV. I pretty much upload the same performance that I have on YouTube, slightly variated, so you guys can see a different perspective. Does anybody know about IGTV already? Instagram TV? I learned notes in school, just regular music classes. They taught us how to read music. This was around the same time when I started playing the piano, so it was coinciding quite well. I was learning music, some music theory that I took in Germany. Yeah, man, it used to be fun over there. School was a lot of fun in Germany. Okay, just send me the finale piece, and I'll figure out how to get the PDF out of that. Okay? Yeah, I can see that too. It kind of like blurs out a little bit. Hopefully, it uploads fine afterwards. Maybe it picks up on quality after, you know, when it's uploaded offline. Well, I play professional stuff, you know, it's very classical music is very difficult. Some of the Beethoven pieces that I play, but I mean, I still there's still things that I struggle with, you know, like technique wise. I mean, that's why you practice every day to get better. Um, the way you pick up on speed is by just practicing slow. You just keep practicing until you get it. When you get it slow, you can pick up the speed little by little. I would suggest use a metronome and just increase the speed incrementally, little by little. And if you feel like that you're being pushed and you don't know the music quite well to play it at that pace, just slow it down, you know? Like it's the same thing with me. When I practice a piece, like the first time I struggle with it, and then but I stick with it. And then when I sleep, you know, the next the next day when I wake up, it's like it's a little bit easier. And then I do the same thing again. So you just got to stick with it. The first time you're not going to get it, you know, it's the same thing with me. No, I just learned I'm still picking up on Jurassic Park theme, for example. The first time I was like, damn, am I gonna get this thing? Like it seems a little confusing. But then at some point the brain just makes sense of it. You know? Just stick with it. Like I've been playing maybe like 3 or 4 days on it, a couple of hours each day. Yeah, it's been like 8 hours total playing time. And I'm still not quite comfortable. It's gonna take me a few more days. I'll upload a performance of it sometime next week. So different hands. I would say okay for this for example, it would be nice to practice separately, right? Especially when it goes, the melody goes into the left hand. Yeah, I would practice that hand by itself, just like that. And then once you get used to it, sometimes it's like how you pay attention to something. If you know the melody and you pay attention to that, then the fingers automatically play it the right way. So if you want to hear, then that's how you play it. Even when I play both notes. So just you have to know the melody, you have to know the theme, and then the fingers will kind of like do it on their own. Thank you, Aris. Yeah, how many? I speak Albanian, German, and English. German, I haven't spoken it in going on 2 decades now, so I'm a little out of practice. But if somebody spoke it, I would understand. I just when I speak it, I throw English words in it. I mix it. A little bit like Spanglish down here. Yes, Scriabin Etude this minor. Yeah, I think you're talking about. I think I was looking at it some time ago. I think that's the one you're talking about, right? Yeah. That one is quite crazy to play, especially in the left hand with all the jumps. It's a very, very difficult piece. Albania. I just got the comment with the link for the finale piece, so thank you. I'll look at it. Black key, I remember this was, damn, it's been some time since I practiced that piece. A black key etude I learned maybe like 10 years ago, and it took me, I remember, it was about 6 weeks of every day practicing it, and it's a pretty short piece, but getting the technique right took about 6 weeks. And it's not really like that. You never really know these pieces like 100%. You can always get better, you know. You don't really like these pieces. Like I decide when it's ready to be performed and uploaded, but you can always get better at the, especially Chopin and Beethoven pieces. You never fully. There's pieces that I've been playing for like 15 years. The Chopin ballad that I recorded recently. I started playing it when I was in high school here. This was in 2002. So I recorded it 16 years later. Imagine that. I got it. Zoink. I got it. I got the comment. It came through. So I have the finale file. Yeah. So let me see if. Yeah. It's the top notes that are important here. Such a nice piece, man. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered most of it. Yep. If you guys have any more questions, just ask me in the comments, and I'll reply to them. I I really like the complicated pieces. The ones that I've been sticking with for so long. I would say Chopin's ballad is one of my favorite. Yeah, the pianist movie. That's right. They play a lot of nice pieces in that one. It's the one that he plays in front of that German Nazi officer. Um, I'm practicing another one here from Beethoven. Got confused. Still practicing that one. Thank you, thank you. I was thinking like I don't mind doing this every day. You know, like 30 minutes just going online, and then anybody who needs help with anything, they just can come on, and um, and I'll help them out with stuff. I mean, gotta figure it out how to do it with work and everything. But that's that's my idea. Like, if I can do that, you know, like go online for like 30 minutes every day and help you guys out, that would be really nice. I I fix computers. I fix computers, like software optimization. You know, when people have problems with their computer, it's running slow or something like that, I just fix that. But okay, damn, it's been an hour already. All right, if you guys want, I don't know, just let me know, you know, in comments if you are thinking about a specific piece, and if everybody is up for it, I'll do a tutorial of it next week again. So I covered Connor's theme. I covered little one. Maybe I can do a tutorial of the opening theme. Um, so yeah, maybe I can do that next week. It's a pretty simple piece though, so you know, it'll probably be a short tutorial. Well, we'll see. Okay, so I'll help you out with the second half then. Okay? No, I don't play video games. My brother is into more serious, like shooter games. Um, and he's on PC now, but he used to play Battlefield. Graduated from Call of Duty like 5 years ago. Now he's playing Escape from Tarkov. It's a Russian game, but he really likes it, and it's on PC. So he doesn't really play console games that much anymore. So he plays, and I watch him play usually, but I'm not really a gamer or anything. I just don't have the time for it. Yeah, I mean, it looks awesome. You know, we watched the cutscenes with a little bit of walkthrough from Gamer's Little Playground. The one that's like 10 hours, 9 hours and 42 minutes or something like that. We watched the whole thing. It was very nice. But yeah, I gotta get the game now. And it seems like now that I've already seen it, I don't know if it's worth it anymore. But okay, guys, I'm gonna head offline now. It was fun. I would like to do this more often. So, to help you guys out. If you're practicing on something, just let me know.